Even though this is a serious video, I did hear that I just did the YouTuber apology, breathe out your nose thing, first thing, so I did see that, but hi guys, again, this is gonna be unscripted like everything here is, but, you know, that just gives you a bit more of a feel of just me, without it being performative, basically. I just rolled out of bed, not too long ago. I already destroyed my voice with some belting, because that's what I felt like I had to do to, you know, transition into being awake. Yeah, my voice is a little bit, angry with me, but that's fine. I think it sounds nice. But, yeah, so I'm just, I don't know where to go with this, but I just wanted to record something so that it was a little bit more personal than my posts have been, I guess. But this isn't me saying that I'm coming back right now. I'm not sure if I'm gonna upload this today, or if I'll upload this at all, or maybe just at a different time, I'm not sure, but I just thought that I had to get something down so that, because even though I am a writer and I pride myself on making things sound good, for some reason it just wasn't really clicking the way that it needed to with this, and I don't know, it just feels like it was all over the place, and this is probably not going to be much different, but at least it's going to be a little bit more personal, actually getting to hear me. But yeah, so I don't know where to go with this, but I'm basically just come right out and say it. I feel like shit. Thoroughly. With every fiber of my being, do I feel like shit. And, you know, that's started to affect me physically as well. I'm not gonna go into details with that, because that's, you know, yuck, but, know that it's a whole body experience, I guess. Anyone who has gone through anything similar, I know that you would probably agree with that, but, sorry. I'm not doing that to be dramatic, it's just, I feel like there's something in my throat. And I'm not going to be cutting anything out. If the dogs bark outside, so be it. If you hear something in here, so be it. I'm probably not even going to, edit this really at all. If I do, my, clean up. But this isn't the point. This isn't the point of what I'm here for. What I'm here for is to just explain it. Explain it in a more personal way. Because I feel like that's what I want to do. So, earlier this month, it's very silly. It's extremely silly, but I was lying down in bed, and I was watching an old video that I remember seeing when I had been younger, and notably from when I was being abused. And the only reason I knew what this video was because of my abuser. And so I was just watching it and I was having a good time. I was remembering, this is really shit, but charming, I love it. And I stopped. And without a word of a lie, as soon as I had stopped, everything shifted, and it hasn't gone back since. I don't know if it was the video itself or if it was gonna come anyway. I don't know, but everything shifted from then on. I paused it, and I suddenly, my face was just contorting into expressions that I wasn't making it contort into, and once it would reach the expression it wanted to reach, it would just pull, I guess. That's the only way to kind of describe it. It would pull in that position, most of the time it was pretty stretched out, but it would pull, and it wouldn't be comfortable, you know, and I wouldn't want to know what that actually looked like to someone else. Glad that I've never actually seen it. But so that happened, and I'm like, what was that, you know? And but then I got these other thoughts of, it's stupid, but I got these other thoughts to, I rubbed my mouth or something like that. Maybe I scratched my lip. I'm really not sure what I did, but then as soon as my fingers were around, like, my lips, basically, they're like, pull it, right now. And don't stop pulling until your jaw is unhinged. And I tried, and it hurt. And that's what told me to stop. Like, no, this is hurting, you're actually gonna do something, because if I was completely in my head and I thought, I'm gonna rip my jaw out, I'm probably gonna stop, right? Because I'm not gonna be able to go through with it. It's a painful process, and most of the time you're gonna stop, right? But with this, I couldn't, and it was like there was something else using my hands to rip my jaw out, and the same thing with my eyes, you know, I rub my eye and I like, remove it. Scratch your eye, you know, do something to it. And these were like these were the most pressing thoughts of that night. Just mutilate yourself. And I guess that thought kind of come in a different form with this. But I've had trouble with, like, thinking things are under my skin before. I'm not quite sure what any of this is. If there's, like, a specific diagnosis behind it, I don't know what that is. And that's what I want to say. We are looking into it. But that's a lengthy process to actually get into a psychiatrist, so. But we're getting there. It's being discussed, and, you know, my safety is there as a main priority, so. And right now, I will be telling them that it again is my main priority. It's not unpacking anything anymore. But yeah, I'm sorry. So I've had thoughts about things being under my skin. I've had thoughts of, like, my leg rotting. I can see that it's not. That's not the thing. I can see that it's not. But I look at it and I see it. I know it isn't. I'm touching it. I'm like, there's nothing. It's just solid skin. But my brain and my eyes, like, they see completely different things and what is actually there. They're like, no. There are holes in it. They are weeping. There are things coming out of the holes. There are things trying to get in through the holes, and it's turning different colors, and nothing is happening. I can see that. But I can't control the thought when it actually enters my head. It's like, no, it's happening. And so I've had thoughts like that, and it was kind of like that again this time, because I thought that there were bugs under my skin, and I've had those thoughts since, and it's really not a pleasant thought, because I can see there's nothing. How'd they get in there? You know? How'd they get in there? But these delusions, they don't play by actual rules. They're fucking delusions. They don't do that. So those were the main things that first night, and I didn't even know what to do with this. I was stuck in it, and, you know, I woke up the next day and I'm like, what the fuck was that? Obviously. What the fuck else am I supposed to say? But, so it's not like, or at least it wasn't, it's not a constant, like, deluded thought that something is happening, I need to fix it, something is happening, let me fix it. It wasn't constant or anything, but how strong it was, that really scared me, because I have had symptoms of psychosis before. I have. Again, we don't quite know what that is, but, you know, I have had actual, like, hallucinations. I still have those, but not to the same degree. Hallucinations and auditory hallucinations, that's kind of piling back up a little bit more. And all stuff, I heard voices and stuff. I think, at that point, with that specific thing, I think that was the OCD that I had, because I heard that, like, other people talking about their OCD, they said very, very similar things, and I was kind of shocked, because I'm like, oh my god, I thought that was something else, but it was this other thing, and that's neither here nor there, but, like, I've dealt with these kinds of things before. I have dealt with OCD, as I said. I have dealt with a fucking eating disorder, where I starved myself relentlessly and exercised relentlessly. I had that twice. One where I was 10, and the other where I was 12. That's when this all started, because the abuse was starting at that time, and I've had another one recently that like I had, like, it wasn't at the start of the channel, but it was pretty close after that. It was so weird. It was after, I don't know if, you probably don't remember because it's irrelevant, and it's like at the first few months of my channel being there, and most people didn't, weren't watching at that time, but like in the start of March, I got really fucking sick, and with like a stomach virus that, like, I haven't experienced anything like that for, like, a long time. I hadn't, and I haven't since, but obviously, it took a little bit for me to be able to start eating properly again and all that, and, but it was around that time that, I was getting, like, these stomach pains and stuff, and I know what they are. I know what they are now, and, I've learned to deal with them, but because I would get these pains, I was convinced that the food was poisoning me, basically, and because there was actual evidence present to me that I'm right. I am right for doing this. It took a while for me to actually get out of that. Like, with the first two, I mean, at least with the first one, because I don't really remember the second one that well, but, like, with the first one, like, it was a few months, that's still enough. Shit, I got so scared just then. I'm completely by myself, and I just heard someone, like, enter the room, and I thought, oh fuck, here we go, the auditory hallucinations are back. It's just my cat, that's fine. Whew, that's fine. Don't scare me. Okay. But yeah, like, that's long enough, but, that was severe. That was bad. And this one, like, the weight loss was a lot slower with this one, because I was still eating, but there was just, like, safe foods, right? And I couldn't even perceive the other ones. I couldn't touch it, I couldn't smell it, that food couldn't be touching my food. It was ridiculous, and that's literally, if you just think about it, like, oh, fuck, I wonder, was it the OCD that you have that did that? You fucking idiot. And I didn't see it for a long time. I thought there was a physical problem, and technically there was, but, like, not to the degree that I thought. I'm able to vibe with it now. I mean, it's the thing that's fucking me up right now, but, like, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, so my point being, I've dealt with those two things. Basically, I said, you know what? I don't vibe with that. I don't vibe with that, and I stopped. Was it hard? Fucking course, but I stopped. Sheer force of will. With OCD, that shit plagued me. And it's still there. I find myself, like, doing something, I'm like, no, you're not, no, you can't do this shit again, right? Most of the time it's, like, when I'm working and, like, I'm not, like, fully, like I'm fully focused on something else, and so my body would just, like, do the things. I'm like, stop! You can't do this again! But, it's not to the same degree. Knock wood. But, yeah, like, I stopped that. And as I said in the community post, I stopped being emotionally checked out of life. It's not, to the full extent, but I have regained so much of myself that I had lost. And I regained, like, a child that I used to be, and I'm trying to let her heal now, because she needs to. Especially now, she needs to. I love that little girl. I don't love who she turned into right now, but I love her, and she deserves better, She deserves to heal and to rest, basically. She's done her job. And, I've been rambling for a while, haven't I? Barely gotten to the point. I apologize, I don't know how long this is gonna be, but, the point of the matter is that I have been able to deal with these things. I have said I don't vibe with it, and I stopped, right? Even with this latest eating disorder, I said, okay, I'll stop. And while it took a little bit to, like, fully stop, from that point on, I'm like, alright, I'm gonna try a few food a day. And I did. And did it kill me? Absolutely the fuck not. And, at this point, I'm completely, like, that's not a thing anymore. I eat like a completely normal person now. And that's good. Not to say that those feelings aren't creeping back in. Especially right now. But because these feelings were so strong, and I, like the other things, I was not able to say I don't vibe with it and stop. It scared me. It did. I'm like, why is there suddenly something that I can't control? Like, that I can't just put an end to, like I've done with so many other things. What makes this so different? And so that really got to me, and within, I think it was the next day, I was making a new appointment, because I hadn't seen a therapist all year. I had, like, towards the end of last year, but not this year. No, I went to America, I came back, and then I never regrouped. Because I'm jaded about therapists. I am jaded about the whole thing. This isn't my first rodeo finding a new one. Them not vibing with me, I'm not vibing with them, I have to leave. Maybe they're discrediting something, maybe they're making me feel like more shit than I already do when I walked in, Or the really good ones, they'll just leave. And this is going to be the same for this person, because they told me outright, I'm only here until Christmas. I'm like, fucking Stella, thanks. But, she's been good, but, yeah, I hadn't, seen anyone, and clearly that was something that I should have been doing. Clearly. And, sorry. It's what I should have been doing this whole time, and the next day, I said, I need help. I clearly need help with this. And, because what I kept telling myself that scared the absolute fucking shit out of me was basically saying, what if the delusions got so bad that I wanted to get the bugs out? And what if my delusions got so bad that I thought someone else had bugs and I needed to help them? I have not done such a thing. Not even to myself. I mean, not for that reason, at least. But and I remain that much of a pussy that I have not. I've had a method of self-harm that I use that I am not going to discuss on here. That doesn't need to be discussed, but that was what did it, and I never did anything else, and that's not really the case anymore. It's not even like it's technically like I'm relapsing from self-harm in general, but like, adding new things, adding new methods. It's fun. It's really fucking fun. And, so, clearly, sorry, I am scattered and I am everywhere, and I'm trying not to be. So, yeah. Clearly, something was just happening that I couldn't control. I could not control it. And that meant that I needed help. And so I got it. I made sure I did. And but it progressed from there. It wasn't every day at the start, but it, like, came into new forms, I suppose. You know, it's not so much I'm seeing things physically, but the thoughts of something is there and I can't see it, that is so pressing that it's basically like it's there. I have, like, my stupid little setup right now because I don't care enough to really set this shit up. I have a plush that's right next to the microphone and it is staring at me and I am terrified. It's staring at me and it's going to fucking do something, so I need to turn it around. It is going to... And that sucks because that is... that's one that my fiancé gave me. She gave me that, and the fact that I can't even look at it right now because it's staring at me. I don't know what's fucking real and what's not. I know that that's a plush and that can't fucking do anything to me, but even with its back turned, I'm like, what's its face doing? What's its face doing right now? And that's stupid, I know. Yeah, now I'm fucking checking over my shoulder, of course the fuck I am. What's its face doing? I don't know. I can't see it, and that's part of this process. With my legs looking like they have holes in them, seeing it and not seeing it didn't really matter because I would cover it. Like, I can't see it now, it's fine. And I'm like, but what's going on underneath? I can't check it. I can't make sure what's going on. And if I see it, then I just see it. But both of them are terrible. That's the whole fucking point. Even the thought of something being there. The thought that that plush's face could be doing something right now that I can't see. That's fucked to me. And it just kept going. And to the point that I'm not diagnosing myself with anything. That's not what this is. I don't do that. But it feels like there are other things living inside me. I say things because I can't say with full fucking certainty what the fuck they are. One side of me is like, okay, they're probably just like weird little fucked up versions of you. Alright? Weird little fucked up versions of you that are taking on a bit too much consciousness, and now they're fighting to take over. Right? Sounds stupid anyway, but, you know. And the other side of, I feel like when my, like, depression and my PTSD and all that, when that started, I had this giant hole in my torso, and everything that was me just fell into it over time. Everything, until I was literally nothing but that hole with bits of me at the bottom. And they're little bits of me that don't have the strength to actually get up out of the hole, but it took those bits of me and kind of swished them around their mouth and just spat it back out, right? Into something that kind of looks like me, kind of thinks like me, kind of acts like me, but isn't. It's got bits of it. It's got bits of this hole in it as well. So that's the way that I kind of see that shit, but also, when that hole was there, it kind of invited other things in that aren't me in at all, and aren't it. I feel like there are things that are attached to me and are me, that they're fighting to take over. I'm scared of them. I'm scared of myself because I'm slowly becoming them. And I don't know what it is. I don't know what they are. I don't know anything. if it turned out that I had, like, fucking schizophrenia or something like that, I would take their medicine. I would take it because I cannot live like this. Even if it takes away my creativity, as other therapists have said, like, oh, well, we could, that would be the... Because, as I said to her when I was describing this wasn't, like, everything, but, like, it was the stuff from before, and she's like, yeah, see, now, that would be an issue, but, you're not deluded enough to believe those things, so it's not an issue. I am deluded enough to think those things now and believe them. I've tipped over her definition of something being wrong. I've tipped over it, and I am scared. I'm scared of what that means, but if this is something that I can take something and, you know, it will make it easier to deal with, then I'll do it, because I don't want this. I cannot live like this. I cannot! It feels like every minute that I am, it is taking something from me. Until I'm at this point. I'm at the point where I was a few weeks ago. It was on the 11th. On the 11th, the feelings got very bad. They got very bad. And these things that are inside me, they were trying to take the wheel. They were trying to take over. And I thought, because writing is a way that I use to vent and to, you know, mediate certain emotions, I would let them write something. With my help. I'm going to read it right now. I need to get it up. Okay. I'm gonna need to look to the side, so fuck it. This quality is not gonna be very good, but this video isn't very good, so I'll read it. There are fucking monsters under my skin. They're waiting for me to be swept under, then they'll put themselves up to the surface. It's not me anymore. I look at myself and wonder, who the fuck is that? Who in the actual fuck is that? I don't know, I've never known her. That's not a real person, not real. Nothing is real, nothing is real, nothing is fucking real, none of it. None of this is real, none. I can't, I'm empty and waiting for someone to fill me up and take my place, run the ship. I'm a vessel in transition, just waiting for that. There's something steering me now, but I've no idea who the fuck it is. I stopped being me so fucking long ago. There are fucking things beneath my skin and I just want them out. Remove them, please. There's something happening to me and I don't think I can come back from it. I should be so fucking happy. Why am I so fucking low? To the point I put a plan into place. I'll take the fucking pills. I'll take all of them and then I'll be safe from these things that want to enter my body and take me over. Maybe I'm being dramatic. What the fuck ever. This is real. I don't know how I can continue life. I truly don't. This won't leave. It's not just depression. It's not just that. This is something serious that I can't describe. I fear I'm so close to being gone. I just don't know how close. I'm scared of what I might do, of whether I'll hurt myself or hurt others. I just want to slip away peacefully. I cannot fucking do this anymore. I don't want it. I don't want any of it. I'm gonna fucking do it. I just want to fucking do it. There's something I can't fucking describe, something wrong, something bad, and one fucking, you can't take this anymore. I'm fucking lost, and whoever is writing this isn't fucking me anymore. I fear they mean harm. I don't fucking know. I should just die. Being institutionalized will just ruin our plans for the future, but it's the only way I see this going, so get help and have the future ruined, or just die. Just fucking do it, you piece of fucking shit. Just fucking do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. And it's just that over and over again after that. And I wrote that. They wrote that. And I said, maybe they need to vent too. Maybe they need to vent, and so I'll let them do that. And that was a fucking terrible decision. I'll give them a little bit of power so they can do that. They need to do it through me, but I'll give them a little bit of power so they can do that. And with that, they basically took it and said, I have control now, bitch. I have it. It's not you anymore. You made a fucked up decision to let us do this. And so because they had it, and that plan that I said I had, almost went through with it. I was so full of just them, and them wanting to hurt me, and me not wanting to live long enough for them to hurt me. Basically, just sat in the dark, contemplated, and held that fucking bottle up. I put it up to my lips, and waited for the fucking strength to tip him. It's the only thing. And the only thing that stopped me was I hadn't prepared anything. No notes, no allocating my shit, no letting you guys know, or anything. I had prepared nothing. And so I told myself we need to wait. I didn't say we need to not do this, just we need to wait. And I will remember that night. I will remember that. I am terrible with dates, but I will remember that one. I barely even remember the fucking date when I was raped. Barely remember that. This I will remember. If I'm remembering it this long afterwards. I had no intention of making it to my birthday. That was 2 days after that, on the 13th. 2 days! You know what, I had a good time. I had a nice day. You know, that didn't colour it. But I had no intention of making it there. Like, what do you want to do on that day? I'm like, and I don't have the heart to say, I don't think I'm gonna make it. Because we're sharing, I don't know, I turned 22 that day. I didn't think I was gonna make it to 22. Now if that ruins any fucking immersion, I get it. I don't want to do that to anyone, but fuck it. It's my age. It's whatever. You'll find that I'm one of the youngins in this kind of neck of the woods. And I hoped that I sounded older than I did, but I mean, you basically all guessed anyway, so what's the point of keeping it? Anyway, who the fuck is gonna be watching this long into it? 33 minutes. Nah, no one's gonna be fucking waiting around. But, yeah. I didn't think I was gonna make it. I did. I did. And then I was able to make it to the next therapy session, which was the next day after that. You know? I was able to do it. And it hasn't gotten to that point where I have held what I was going to use. You know, I haven't sat down and just held it waiting for the strength. I haven't done that. But it's not something that I can say with certainty that I won't do again. You know. And when I was talking about all this, the therapist did say, do you feel like you need to go into a psychiatric hold, basically. That's the first time that has ever been mentioned to me. The only time. And I said uncertainly, it feels like that's where I'm going. That's where I'm headed. And I'm scared of that. I'm scared of not doing that, but I'm also scared of doing it because I've only heard fucked up things, and I can't speak with certainty about, you know, how it is in, like, American places, because, you know, I'll see people, they're talking about how they got put in there after they got a little bit too, you know, like, they went into too much details about how they're feeling, and they got put in in a ward, and that did not happen. She asked me whether I feel that way, and she said that she's glad that I'm not saying with certainty that I need to go, because that's a temporary solution to it. That's just when you cannot possibly be safe, like in that time frame that they're going to keep you safe, and you know that I really shouldn't be there, and I get that. I'm glad that she, you know, gave me the option, you know, to ask me, do I think that that's okay and that I need to go? But yeah, she asked me, and then was like, if there is any other way that you can be safe, I would never suggest you go there. Which, fair enough, I know that Australian fucking mental health system in that way is fucked. It's awful, and they need to change it, and she acknowledged that, and it needs to be changed. It just does. So yeah, and I have all the necessary numbers that I need. There is 24-hour assistance with that therapy place, so I do have that, and people in my life do know about this. They do. Just a few days ago. I mean, not a few days ago. It was sometime last week. I did have a very big cry with a very close friend of mine. I actually woke him up because I think he's somewhere in America. I can't really remember right now, but I had a very big cry with him, and broke his heart. But you know, he was like, "That's okay. I just need you to be safe." And you know, I appreciate that he would wake up for me, you know, and not just tell me to fuck off and let him sleep, basically. If you're watching this, my dude, hi. Yeah, I have done that. Medication, I have been on that, but I have not had access to my antidepressants for a bit. This was happening before that. I will just say that. This is not purely just a response to that. Does it help? No. But the way that my fucked up stupid little gremlin fucking brain worked, it basically said, alright, you're feeling like this. Was the antidepressant doing anything? Don't get it refilled. And so I need to get that refilled. I do. I have not even had access to it, even if I wanted to take it. I take an antidepressant and an anti-anxiety. I don't even know if I need to be on the anti-anxiety anymore because of the reason that I was prescribed it, which we're not going to get into. Because that doesn't like qualify now, so I just don't know if that's something that I need to still be taking. But right now, I'm not going to be getting off shit. But basically, it just said, don't get it refilled. You're not worth that. That's not going to help. And I hear myself, and I know how fucked up that sounds, but even now I'm like, well, is it gonna help at all? So, there's that, but I do need to get that refilled. I have an appointment with my doctor, which she's very hard to get into. Very, very good doctor, but she's very hard to actually get an appointment for, because she's popular and we live in a tiny little town. I have an appointment with her at the end of the week, and I could, you know, ask her to get a prescription then, but I know in myself that I should just, because I don't know how getting prescriptions works for you guys, but, yeah, like, you need to go to a doctor and ask for, like, a refill, basically. You can't ask for a specific medication or anything like that, but if you have one, then you can just, like, ask for it, basically. And then you just get it, like, filled at the chemist. That probably is how it works for everyone, but I don't know. I've just heard it, like, being done multiple ways, so I just don't know. But yeah, it's not as simple as, like, you know, as other things that I have seen how people do it. Like, you have to go in there. So I will probably have to make an appointment with just a random doctor in there. Hopefully they don't, you know, start giving me unfounded fucking advice while I'm in there. Yeah, I've done that before. I'm not sure if it was my... I'm pretty sure it was my antidepressant as well, because there's like a little over a month's worth, maybe a month's worth, I don't know, in like a box, and my other two medications that I have to take every day, they have so many. There's like the anxiety one, has like 100 tiny little pills in a bottle. You can imagine why I picked that one. But and then my thyroid one, it's like it's so many, it's ridiculous. It's very hard to like get through all of that. But yeah, so I'm pretty sure it was my antidepressant this time. I'm oversharing so I might as well tell you what medications I'm on. Whatever. But yeah, he started like, I don't even remember what specifically it was, but I think it was something to do with like something else to do with my health, and I'm like, I'm not here for that. I don't go to you most of the time, so I really don't want to talk about anything else with you. But yeah, I don't know, so I can't remember. I think it was something to do with like my weight or something like that, and I'm like, okay, this isn't helping. So if my doctor that I go to all the time talked to me about it, right, maybe I'd listen, because I respect her. You know. But anyway, yeah, it's gotten strong, and I thought that it might have been like easing a little bit, but no such fucking luck. Absolutely no such fucking luck. And it sucks. It fucking sucks. I don't want to quit YouTube. Because I'm just saying this because of a comment that I saw. I have read all of your comments on that post, and I really do appreciate all of them. I hope you know that. With this comment, like, and I'm probably they just meant that, you know, like, go on a hiatus, right? But they said quit YouTube, and I don't want to do that. You know, I don't want to do that. There are so many things that I want to create on here. I'm not done with this. I can never be done with this. Cat came back in. But I just can't be done. I have so many ideas that I'm excited for, and projects, and I have so many ideas for series that are ongoing. I have plans to redo certain series. I have plans to start new ones, and just recording in general. It's very fun. It's very freeing. I love it. Just talking about this, it's good to actually be able to, because this is something I have missed, but I have not been able to, you know? I've not been able to just get the microphone out and start talking, and I have today, and it does feel good to speak on here, you know? It feels like I'm back where I'm meant to be. You know what? You're probably gonna hear brushing against the cords and all that. That's fine. Just try and ignore it. I really don't wanna like edit any of this or cut any of it out. So that will discourage me from just posting it. But what was I saying? Oh shit. Yeah, like there are so many things that I'm just not done with. I'm just getting started with. I'm in projects that are bigger than me, even, you know. I'm gonna be working with people on the channel. I'm gonna be working with people on their channels. Like, with my dear friend that I was talking about before, I'm playing 2 of his characters on his series, and like, he wants to help. Like, he wants me to help the writing stuff, and, you know, with characterization, and, you know, to help some of the other actors and stuff, that I don't want to miss that. I don't want to miss that. And like, there's a project that we both met on that I'm not gonna get into it because, you know, that's not really what I'm here for, but like, we both met on this, and it's the first job that I like put out like an audition with my voice and actually got accepted for. You know, that shit means a fucking world to me. And while I feel like my acting was fucking atrocious in it now that more than a year has gone by, I'm still so excited to actually see it happen. I want to share it with everyone, you know? I want you all to be able to enjoy it. And yeah, even if I wasn't here, you'd still enjoy it, but like, I want to enjoy it with you. There's so many things that I'm working on. I don't want to miss out on, basically. I don't want to put all this work in and then I'm just not around to see it. I don't want that. I want to experience all of this with you. I want to take voice acting further. I want to get actually fully started back into my novel. I've already wrote a first draft of it, but I'm scrapping the whole thing, basically, and just rewriting it, and I want to get started on that, because the writing that you guys have been reading and stuff, like, yeah, that's you know, that's aside from the actual novel itself, you know, I just write that because I enjoy it, other people enjoy it, whatever. But those characters, those people that you enjoy, which, let's be honest, you've only seen basically 2 of them, but you enjoy them. You want to hear more. You ask me specific stories, like, I want to hear that one. I appreciate the fucking hell out of that. It shows that you actually care. And their stories aren't done. It's in my head. Their stories are in my head, and I have not written it down for them. They can't do it. I need to do it for them. And I want to. They have been there for me. They all came to be at the start of high school for me. How many years has it been that I've been working with them? They came about in a very rough time. Basically, from 2010 to like 2018. Basically. It's all been colored. And they were there for me. Through all of that. Obviously there were other people, physical people, who were there for me, but they are a product of what was happening to me. I wrote them so badly. I put them in such fucked up situations because I didn't see that that was wrong. I didn't see that that was wrong because that was happening to me. I thought he was a completely normal fucking character. And I wrote him, I depicted him as an autistic man. Because I was autistic and thought that that was normal, you know? I thought that the thought process, the things he did, that was all completely fucking normal. I'm like, that is the furthest fucking thing from being neurotypical, my good sir. It is. I'm not saying, you know what, I don't need to fucking feel the need to like, defend myself on my stupid little rant video. I don't care. But yeah, you know, I depicted things that were fucked up. I would never want to share, but they were happening to me, so I didn't see a problem with it. My brain was fucked. My brain was fucked. I will describe one thing. This isn't with this cast of characters at all. You know, this is the book that I read that I wrote when I was like in primary school, basically. I mean, like, it was whatever. But when I went and rewrote it, this is part where I guess the husband of the main character, you know, he's been taken by the bad people, right? Whatever. And so he's waking up. He's just waking up and he's seeing everything around him. First of all, these characters are nothing. They are absolutely nothing. They don't... There's no characters. They're fucking names. They're vague descriptions. That is it. And they have dialogue. Whatever. whatever, that's it. They're fucking stupid. But anyway, I feel like I could rework it. So he's waking up, and he's noticing that, like, no one's paying attention to him, and, like, and there's other people that are in kind of, like, the same position he's in. And so he's like, this is weird, what the fuck? Like, where am I? Where's my family? And so he like, gets up, and he kind of, like, he doesn't stand up or anything, but he, like, looks around, and then he sees someone, and he's like, oh, I know him. And, he's, like, basically the big bad of the other side. It's whatever. Dragon. D-R-A-G-I-N. Dragon. What the fuck? These naming devices. That's not the word, but anyway. They were nothing. Dragon Fang was his full name. Yeah. This is the kind of fucking person I was. But, anyway. See, he's like, yeah. You're fucked, man. I don't know. And, and then this other person is like an assistant or whatever the fuck comes over. Her name is Zaliant. These names. Anyway. Zaliant. And she's like, yeah, the fucking the gas chamber is ready, sir. It's fucked. And he looks at her, and for no fucking reason, he's like, you know what? I take personal fucking offense to what you just said to me. You disgust me. The fact that you were staring at me, the fact that you were in front of me right now is disgusting. He doesn't say this, but with his actions, he shows it. He has fucked up burning hands, right? His hands look fine, but if he touches shit, burns, right? Not fire or anything, just burns. I don't know how. Anyway. So he just takes offense to what this person is doing and that she exists, and so he's like, I know what I'm doing. And he just fucking slams his hands down on her face. So you can imagine what that does, and the descriptions, on point. But so she is burning alive, right? Her face is melting, and it's bubbling, and I describe it, and it's fucked, and I don't know how the fuck I describe this because I've never gone through that. But anyway, and I remember a very, very specific detail where, like the husband, Spencer, he is looking at it, but then he's like, and he's not really able to leave anyway, so he's just kind of like looking away because he's like, it's so gross. But like he can hear her like screaming and all that shit. No one else is fucking paying attention because of course not. And then he hears her like choking, and he looks around and sorry, I keep hearing shit. I don't like it. Anyway, so he turns around and he sees there. Love me through this. There are flakes of fucked up skin that have come off of her face, and she's inhaled them from screaming, and then like inhaling and then screaming, inhaling, screaming, whatever. And she's choking on them. She's choking on her own fucking face. You wanna explain that one to me? Where the fuck that came from, sweetheart? People didn't know. People didn't know that I was a fucked up little individual. Somehow. From writing shit like that. But anyway, so, I just wanted to give, like, an example of how fucked up my brain was. That's just not me being creative at this point. It was, like, an actual outlet. I have plenty more things that I could point to. Plenty. That fucking book is full of it. But, sorry, my foot is going numb, and my cat is... I can still feel her claw going into my foot, and it hurts, but it just feels weird. I don't like it. Yeah, I could go on forever about that, but this is literally about to get to an hour, so, fuck. yeah, so, it's cool, man. It's cool. This is what's going on. I just wanted to, you know, actually say it. And you can hear it, and you can hear me, I guess. I guess that would help someone. I don't fucking know. I'm dizzy now. But, yeah, so... It has gotten worse recently, and... I'm gonna turn this microphone off, and I'm gonna... You know... Then I won't know what to do, so... I don't know. Like, I'll have a good time doing something, and then I'll stop doing it, and then, like, well, it all comes back, doesn't it? So... Yeah, it's cool, man, I don't know. So yeah, this is probably, at least for a while, this is gonna be the last time you're gonna hear from me. Just like, I guess someone's home, but yeah, so last time that you're gonna hear from me right now, physically, and I'm sure I'll make posts and stuff, like community posts, but yeah, I'm not gonna be putting my voice out there for a bit, because I'm ashamed of all this. I am ashamed of the person I am, and how it's affecting me, and whatever. So, I just thought I would get this out, and I don't expect anyone to fucking watch this. I expect this to flop. I expect no one to fucking watch this, okay? I'm not expecting anyone to, but in case you do, in case you want to hear, then here you go. But yeah, so I'm not feeling very good right now, like physically, so I'm gonna go do something to take care of that, I don't know. And I'm hungry, so I might try and cobble together some breakfast. Yeah, so I'll catch you on the side that flips, guys. Don't replicate any of the things that I describe, and I feel like I'm missing a lot, but yeah, it's not something, I don't know. I don't know what else to say. I'm at a loss. I'm at a loss. That's just what this is. Yeah. Have a good day, guys. Don't be brought down too much by this, please. Okay. I'm sorry, I'll go now. Yeah, 58 fucking minutes. Oh, fuck. Alright. If anyone has made it to 58 minutes, pussy is good. Yeah. Alright. See you guys later. Bye. Fuck. Can't believe I did that.